Hey guys, welcome back to my channel, and if you're new here, welcome to my channel. Thank you so much for clicking onto this video. And as you could tell from the title, today we're going to be talking about this beautiful baby, the Jawbreaker palette. So this just came in. I actually did purchase a bundle package, so I'm going to do a fully dedicated video on this guy and do a whole beautiful look, so make sure you stay tuned for that one. So yeah guys, I am so excited that I finally got this palette. I honestly was waiting from the second I saw those first pictures of it open. I was actually on an airplane. From the second I saw those first pictures, I knew that this was going to probably be one of my top favorite Jeffree palettes, and I have to say, after using it, it's absolutely amazing. I do have more thoughts on that, which I will fill you guys in on later. What I did was purchase the package bundle, so that went for $75 US, which translates to my money being $30 Canadian. And in this palette, there are 24 gorgeous, bright colors. In the smaller palette, if you guys are interested, this one is $28 US and $36 Canadian. It has 9 shades that are the exact same pan size as the bigger ones. So yeah guys, I absolutely adore this palette. I want to definitely show you guys how I got this beautiful look here. So if you want to stay tuned for that, please do. And if you want to hear my final thoughts on the palette, I will leave timestamps down below. And yeah guys, let's get right into it and jump into the tutorial. Guys, let's jump right into the tutorial part of this video so you can see these gorgeous ass shadows in action. Okay, so first we're going to start with this shade here, Good Morning. And what I'm going to do, and I've already primed my eyes with Tarte Shape Tape, and I have not set them. So what I'm going to do is go in with that Good Morning shade and just put that into my crease here, just so that the other colors blend out really nicely over top and we get that really blown out crease that we're looking for. And this color, it's barely showing up, but it's because it's my skin tone. So we're gonna do that. Oh, and I am using my Wayne Goss 16, my baby. Guys, I've said it once, I'll say it again. Give Wayne Goss brushes a try, if you're in the market for brushes. Okay, so now I'm dipping into, and I'm gonna be honest, it's the main reason I purchased the palette. I was just so immediately drawn to this bubblegum shade here, this gorgeous pink. I'm in love with it. When I was doing this eye and I put it into the crease, I was like just that alone would be a beautiful throw in your crease looking out the door for summer, super bright and beautiful. So yeah, we're gonna dip right in and we're gonna start blending that into the crease. And you'll notice right away the pigment is amazing. Blends out absolutely effortlessly. I'm in love with it. And that's what I mean, like you could just brush this into your crease and out the door type of thing. Oh, so Barbie pretty. Like, I'm in love with this palette. I'm so happy I picked it up. I don't know why it didn't sell out right away. I wasn't used to that. I was holding out. I don't like Morphe quality shadows, which is why I did not buy the James Charles palette. So I was really holding out on that for Jeffree. I'm like, Jeffree will come out with a rainbow palette. I just know it. And lo and behold, Jeffree's take on a rainbow is the most beautiful thing I've ever seen. So I'm super happy that I purchased it. So yeah, we're just using circular motions as well as back and forth windshield wiper motions to put this into the crease. And you're gonna wanna keep dipping back in because we wanna really have that pink show through all the other colors we put on top. So you're just gonna dip that in and bring it a good amount up too. Since we are cutting the crease, we wanna make sure that color's nicely laid on so it shows and gives us a beautiful backdrop. So once you're about here with the bubblegum pink, what we're gonna do is I'm gonna dip into a packer brush. I'm using my MAC 239, and I'm gonna go into the color Cherry Wet here. Sorry if I sound a little bit stuffy, I have a little bit of a cold, just getting over it. So we're just going to take that Cherry Wet color here and kind of stipple it onto the corner. Pack it on, I should say. It is a packer brush. Look at that gorgeous color. Guys, I bought Cherry Wet last year in the collection, the summer collection of last year, and it was my favorite pop of color. I absolutely love it. The fact that he made it into a shadow is just too good. Truly, it's too good. So once we've placed that Cherry Wet color down, we're gonna dip back into bubblegum, and we're gonna take a smaller brush. This is a Wayne Goss 20, and we're just gonna go along the edges here and lightly buff that out so we can start building up a beautiful gradient. And you'll notice that these colors just effortlessly blend out. You do have to build them up like a little tiny bit, but I'd way rather build up my colors than go in with all this pigment that I can't blend out, because who wants a hideous ass eye look that's not blended? Not me, and not you either, and you know it. Okay, so we're just gonna continue doing that. And when there's not too much pigment left on my brush, I'm actually gonna brush it into the corners. I was doing that with the bubblegum color as well before, because like I mentioned, we're going to be cutting the crease. So it's going to make a beautiful backdrop. Oh my god, I love these colors. Okay, so once we're here, go in with raspberry and cherry wet back and forth. Raspberry is this gorgeous color here, and cherry wet. And we're gonna start deepening up that outer corner. And right now I am using a Sigma E36 blending brush. And you'll notice I'm getting a little bit of fallout here. I did notice that with this palette there is a good amount more fallout than with blood sugar, but the quality of the shadows are very similar to blood sugar. It's just that there is a little bit more fallout. I don't necessarily mind. I mean, the pan gets a little bit dirty, but it's really not the end of the world. Okay, so now I'm gonna go in with licorice. Licorice is this primary color red here. It's absolutely gorgeous. I'm just gonna, again, stamp that to help deepen up, and it just brings out a different color of the pink. I can't explain it. It almost makes it more vibrant when you add that little bit of red, I find. And it's just so pretty. I am getting fallout, which I will fix later, but oh, this is so beautiful. I'm just in love, in love. So once I've placed that on with the packer, I'm gonna go back in and just gently finesse it out again. Once we're about here with it, what I'm gonna do is actually, you can't really tell, but on the like really highest part of the eye look, I have brushed a little bit of yellow on, and I think that it just creates this fade from my skin color into the pink that I'm just absolutely in love with. So what I'm gonna do is just very lightly, like I'm taking my Wayne Goss 19 here and I'm putting some on the brush and really patting it off, because I don't want it to be very yellow. I just want it to be a light hint of the yellow, if you know what I mean. So we're just brushing that over top of everything, kind of helping to blend out the edges with that yellow. I really like the yellow in this palette. I like it a little bit more than in the Thirsty palette. I just find, I don't know, it's a little bit more true to color. I feel like that one really, you really have to blend it out and zhuzh it and like really build it up in order to see that true yellow. Whereas this one, like I just brush it on and I get exactly what I want right away. So yeah, we're just going to do that and just nicely finesse out the edges. I'm just taking like a clean-esque brush here. This is a Smith 247. Lightly finessing this out. Once I've taken it to about here, what I'm going to do is cut the crease, and for that I'm using my Morphe M421 with some Shape Tape. I did mention in several other videos that I had purchased and was using the P. Louise base, especially when I do bright looks. I have now learned that it is in fact not my favorite. I never reached for it. I feel like it makes the skin look crackly. I can't quite explain it. If you know, you know. It's just not for me. I've tried it a million times, not for me. Anyways, let's go in and cut this crease. So we're going to do one swipe down, and then we're going to look up, see where that imprints, and we're going to start drawing that in. Okay, so once we've taken the cut crease to about here, what I'm going to do is just take another pencil brush and just blend these two ends here. I used to use my finger, but it became really messy. I have nails, so it would always smudge the concealer and completely ruin the cut crease. So yeah, we're just going to kind of pat over top of that so it blends out. So once we've done that, now what I'm going to do is dip into this. This is so gorgeous, this shade here, Snack. It's probably one of my favorite in the palette. Again, it is a little bit, there's a lot to it when you dip your finger in, but what I'm going to do is dip my finger in and just put it on top of that concealer that we just laid down. Just absolutely beautiful, beautiful shade. It's everything I wanted it to be. I'm going to go back into the Wayne Goss 20. I'm going to dip into Bubblegum, and I'm just going to quickly clean up those edges. that kind of got out of place when I was using my finger, even though I just said I'm not going to use my finger. Kind of start working that bubble gum into these two here to help mend it as well. And for that inner corner, I'm taking this gorgeous shade Jawbreaker. I keep saying gorgeous shade, but honestly, this palette is so much more than I thought it was going to be. I am completely blown away. So I'm going to start loading that up onto the brush here. Just take a little bit of the extra off, and I'm going to start patting that into the inner corner. It is such a beautiful color. I cannot recommend this palette anymore. I'm so impressed with the way the quality of the shadows. They absolutely do not disappoint. Classic Jeffree shadows, just absolutely beautiful. Once we've placed that into the inner corner, now what I'm going to do is dip into this beautiful bright color cotton candy here. I'm going to load that onto the brush. I'm going to tap off the extra because I don't want it to fall all over my face. So I'm going to tap this color right here in between the matte and the shimmer. And it's just going to help to blend, and it just adds like this beautiful pop. Like it almost makes it look like pinky purpley. Like I don't even know how to explain it. It is just so beautiful. We're pretty much done with the shimmers. I absolutely adore how it looks. I'm going to go one more time into my Wayne Goss 20. I'm going to dip between Licorice and Cherry Wet, and I'm just going to make sure that we've kept the depth of that outer corner, because that's really going to be what makes the whole look pop when you have that contrast. Okay, that's pretty much it for the shadow. What I'm going to do is hop off the camera, quickly do a black winged line. I'm going to also add my lashes, and today for the first time I am trying Sydney by Lily Lashes. Now these are super beautiful. Really love them, really love what they're doing for the look, but honestly they are super dramatic. So unless you like a very dramatic lash, I wouldn't highly suggest these ones. If it's for photos or just you want to really spice it up, go for it. But yeah, I'm going to quickly put that on, quickly finish up the lower lash line, and I will be right back. Okay guys, so my final thoughts on the palette. Wait, first, this is the finished look that I came up with. I absolutely love it. I think it's such a fun Barbie pink vibe. Adore it. Anyways, my final thoughts on the palette. So I think I'm gonna say it. I think this is the best Jeffree Star palette to date. I think it beats Blood Sugar. I never even thought I could imagine saying that, but it honestly has everything, and the quality is the exact same as Blood Sugar. If you're looking at this, if you want to give it a go, I highly recommend you do. You will not regret it. I really love it. I think the quality is just beautiful. One critique I would make though, it has a little bit more fallout than any of the other Jeffree Star palettes that I've personally worked with. I have never used Androgyny or his first one that I don't, Beauty Killer. I've never used Androgyny or Beauty Killer, but there is a slight bit more fallout than I'm used to from his shadows. This will not hinder me in using it. I will just simply do my eyes first before I do my face. But yeah, I love this, guys. Beyond worth the money. I cannot wait to do a look for you guys with the mini breaker. Please stay tuned because I will be putting out a video of a beautiful look that I do with this, and I do want to also figure out if the quality is the same as the big guy. So yeah guys, thank you so much for watching, and if you haven't already, please like this video, please subscribe, please leave me a comment down below. Please let me know, did you guys pick up the palette? Do you love it? Did you have any issues with it that maybe I haven't encountered yet, since I only used like maybe a handful of shades? Yeah guys, definitely let me know, and I will catch you on the next video. Bye!